My name is Robert Wittenberg. I'm the state representative for Berkeley, Huntington Woods, Oak Park, Ferndale, Pleasant Ridge, Hazel Park, and Royal Oak Township. You can tell I've done that a few times. I was first elected in 2014 and then just re-elected in 2016, so serving in my second term here in the House. We are term limited, so we only get 3 terms in the state House, and then we're done. We have a shelf life as legislators in Lansing. So I know we only have a few minutes to speak, so I will try to be as brief as possible. So I have a couple notes so I can stay on point here. And we also just want to preemptively apologize. Both, actually, the Republicans had their convention in Lansing today, and we're both Democrats, and our convention was here in Detroit, and we have some events tonight that we have to get back to. But we thought this was a really important and such a wonderful event that we wanted to take some time out to speak to all of you. So we will do that. I'm going to talk to you a little bit about some of the legislation that like the energy policy that most recently happened in Lansing, talk to you about some of the bills that I'm working on and that some of my colleagues are working on as well, and I know Jeremy will do something similar. I'm proud to say I'm one of only a few members of the legislature that's part of the National Caucus of Environmental Legislators, and so I go to events across the country, and we talk about policy and environmental policy that we can take back to our home states. So to tell you about some of the bills that I'm going to be working on this session, first is lighting standards in our schools. If those of you that are following with the Detroit Public Schools, you've seen the environment that these kids and these teachers have to work in, and it's horrendous. Frankly, I don't know how they can learn. I mean, some of these places, they don't have heat in the buildings. They have mold. They are missing ceiling tiles. And also, it's tough to learn when you don't have proper lighting. And so we're pushing some bills that will move to have proper lighting standards in our schools across the state. So that's something I'm going to be working on. Towards the end of session, I don't know if anyone was following on this as well, there was a bill to ban the banning of plastic bags, if that makes sense. So we were saying how local communities, if you wanted to have your local communities vote to say we don't want plastic bags in this community, that you should be able to do that. Unfortunately, along mostly party line votes, they banned that. So local communities are not able to put forth legislation or put forth policies to restrict grocery stores from using plastic bags. So the party that's supposed to be about local control was taking away local control. Another piece of so I actually have legislation to do away with that. Granted, in the makeup of this legislature, the chances are very slim, but again, we have these issues that we truly believe in and want to keep messaging on and keep pushing. Also, adding cider bottles. So currently, you have a timer. All right, good. So good. Okay, I'm on schedule here. Cider bottles to what's that? For both? Oh, was it for both? Oh. Oh, good. Oh, Rabbi Dan, he's a constituent, so I listen to whatever you tell me. He's my boss. And then also, so, we return beer bottles. We want to add to that list and have cider and, as you see these craft beverages popping up more and more, we want to add that to the list of things that you should be able to return because, it'll force people and keep the trash off our streets. And then one bill, so I don't have bills, we're working on the actual legislation and writing up the proposal currently, so I can get back to you and let you know once that's introduced so you can follow that. But one bill I did want to talk about that I think would be something appropriate for this evening is a bill, it's House Bill 4207 that our colleague Andy Shore, who is the third leg of the Jewish caucus, there's the two of us and there's one more, we're the Jewish caucus in Lansing, has a bill. And I would just tell you quickly, it would direct existing revitalization dollars toward bringing grocery stores to downtowns and commercial corridors in urban areas. Something that's so important. When you talk about food deserts, this is something to try to help with that. And so that's House Bill 4207. Keep that in mind. And if you want to reach out to your legislators, I think that's a bill that you should, again, keep in mind.